Unbox some new travel goodies with me.
And your captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. Feel free to move around the cabin.
As most of you know, I have had some concerns about my carry-on for a while. The dimensions are slightly bigger than what most airlines will allow. And by slightly, I mean a half an inch to an inch larger than what most airlines will allow. My last trip to Europe, I could barely fit it in the overhead. So I decided it was time for an upgrade. And luckily, Dagne Dover was having a sale. Let's start with the smaller items I purchased that aren't luggage. I got the Phone Sling, which is basically just a phone case. It hopefully will help me phase out my fanny pack that I've been taking on most trips. It can fit neatly into hopefully what would be my personal item. I got the mesh in black. Believe this style has been discontinued because this was marked down. It was on clearance. But as you can see, it fits a phone, a couple of cards, and then it has another pocket on the side and another pocket in the back. So it's great for when you just need to run out of the hotel really quick and you don't want to take a big bag. And then it has this long crossbody strap. Let me see if I can try to put it on really quick. It does come with a dust bag, which is nice. If you are not actively using it, you can put it in the dust bag. The strap is adjustable, so you can sling it this way or use it as a longer sling. So you can fit a phone passport, a little coin purse, and a stick. Then it also has like a back pocket. So yeah, you can see it has good compartments on the inside. It does have card wallets and another side pocket on the inside and a little loop for either keys or an ink pen. All right, so that was my first purchase. On the website, it retails for, I think, $75, and on the clearance sale, I got it for $22. And then I picked up a toiletry kit in the heather gray. I'm also trying to get away from the black, even though I got the Mara Sling in black. But the toiletry kit also comes with a dust bag. Huge. And what I love about it is it comes with a D-ring on the outside in case you need to clip something on the outside that you don't want to go digging with. So my goal is to use this as my on-plane toiletry kit. So not my main travel toiletries, but the toiletries that I need on the plane. So like my hand sanitizer, my sunscreen, my face moisturizer, just a little quick grab. And also what I love is that it has this smaller pouch that can be Velcro to the inside. So things that tend to roll around on the bottom that are harder to find, like maybe toothpicks or dental floss or some of your smaller lip products can go in here and it's easy to grab. This also has a few rings on the side. I guess you could put pins in it, but I would say something that's more of like a stick, like a lip liner or an eyeliner. And it also has a little card slot for flatter items. So good organization, good size. Again, I would say a perfect size for on-plane toiletries. It might be a little small for your full travel toiletry setup. This is called the Hunter toiletry case. It retails for $55 and I got it for $20 on the clearance sale. All right, next is my personal item upgrade. I am upgrading from the Bays East-West tote, which is a wonderful personal item. I actually did a Bays Dagne Dover comparison video. So if you have been torn between trying to decide between a Bays luggage set or a Dagne Dover luggage set, head on over and watch that video after this. But I'm upgrading from the Bays East-West tote to the Dagne Dover Petra. I can't give a full review at the moment because I haven't used it yet, but just from the research I've done online, this seems to be such a functional tote. Like they have thought of everything. Just trying to get all of the packaging off. But look how sleek this design is. And it says right on the back that it is made out of 100% recycled material. So that is one thing that you will find in all of Dagne Dover's products is that it is made out of 100% recycled material. They are very conscious of being eco-friendly. So starting at the top, it has this clasp that keeps the short handles together, which I love because when you're trying to hurry up and grab your bag and get off the plane, like finding the other handle is something that I've struggled with before. So having this little clasp. Ooh, I can't open it. Having this little clasp just makes that so much easier, right? And then let's start on the outside. So on the outside, you have multiple pockets, tons of organization. This is a convertible tote. So that's something else that inspired me to upgrade, because the East West tote does not convert from travel day to sightseeing in the city or activities in the city. It is primarily just functional for a travel bag. This I feel like can convert because you can use it as a backpack when you are on the go, if you have to hop on and off the subway. There are pockets in the back where you can stick things quickly, like a city map, the trolley pass through. This is where your backpack straps connect. Side pockets, very deep, that can fit water bottles on the outside, but it also has a water bottle holder on the inside. I'm taking this packaging out. It also comes with a water bottle holder on the inside, and it is a neoprene sleeve, a neoprene holder. So you can put your water bottle in it, even if you don't have a double-walled water bottle. I like that this neoprene holder will catch a good amount of the condensation. Like if you buy a drink on the go, you can just put it in here, and it has a little buckle button that you can clamp to the side so it doesn't move. Or if you don't have a drink, or if you have your drink on the outside, you can just take it out completely, which I love. And then of course you have the longer crossbody strap. This is a good durable strap. Like these carabiners, let me put this over here for now. These carabiners are very sturdy. So I think this is going to be a really good upgrade from the East West tote. So you can use it as a shorter over the shoulder situation, or obviously you can elongate it and make it a crossbody situation. You can elongate it and it's a crossbody, your hands are free, and it's not super bulky like the East West tote tends to be sometimes, or super wide like the East West tote tends to be. And then again, back to the outside pockets, because there's so many compartments. Like you will either be very organized or not be able to find your things. When you take the backpack straps out, that turns into a pocket. There's a big, deep pocket on the front. On the inside, tons of storage, starting with that key strap. That is great when you're on the go. Padded laptop sleeve in the back. In the front of the laptop sleeve is another very deep pocket. And then on the other side, a zip pocket that's about half the length of the bag. So not as deep as the laptop sleeve, but still pretty deep. Multiple pockets for phones, pens, whatever you can think of. And then on the other side is another D-ring if you need to hang something else that you want to grab very quickly. So yeah, very excited about this one. I think while I've loved my East West tote, I definitely think that this Petra tote is going to solve those small inconveniences and nuisances that I experienced with the East West tote. But it does come at a price. This tote it retails for $300, whereas the East West tote, I think, retails for like $118, $120. So more than double. The cost of this tote alone is more than a base carry-on luggage. So again, if you want to see the breakdown of these two products side by side, or these two brands side by side, check out my comparison video. But this is my current upgrade, just feeling the quality, the way it carries, the way you can just grab it and go. These are the things that, as a solo traveler, that matter to me, because I don't want to be fumbling around with a big bag in a crowded airport or subway station. I want to be able to pick my bag up and head out in seconds. Okay, last but not least is the small Seattle carry-on, which is replacing my carry-on base luggage. Okay, let's unbox her. Okay, they really package these bad boys up. Okay. Oh, isn't she new? Look at her. She's so small. I think 20 inches or 20 and a half inches, which is perfect because, again, with the new spec updates that most airlines have rolled out, your carry-on does need to be under 21 inches. So this is perfect. I know it is tempting to go with a larger carry-on, especially if you're trying to avoid checking the bag, but you're going to end up checking the bag anyways if the carry-on is too big for the plane. Let's start with the outside. So let me move this out of the way. So immediately on the outside, you have a very deep pocket that goes all the way to the bottom for documents or smaller electronics, like maybe a tablet. Then you have a bigger laptop compartment, which I love because I like to have my laptop on the plane, but I don't like to have it on my personal item because it can get very heavy. In my mind, I think always think I'm going to get work done on the plane, and I rarely ever do, but I do get work done in the airport. So before I board the plane. So I like being able to just open the front compartment. And even when you're going through TSA, to be able to just open the front compartment and get your laptop out, as opposed to having to dig through your entire checked bag or open up all your checked bag. It comes with not a dust bag, but a little laundry bag, or you can use it for whatever you want, I guess shoes or laundry. And then, of course, you can peek into the bag if you need to get something out of the bag without, again, opening up the full clamshell style from the outside, which is a godsend. So those outline compartments I do miss because that's one of the tricky things with the hard shell luggage. You don't have a lot of outside compartments. I know they have additional accessories that you can buy to add pockets to the outside of your hard shell, but it's just nice to have a few pockets. Then in the back, it's another little shallow pocket. Not sure what you would put in there, but you have it. So that's good for that option. Opening it up, pull the full clamshell style. Oh, and even at the bottom, it has a handle. Okay, and this is another thing that I didn't have on my base carry-on is that bottom handle. The carry-on that I had before had a little bottom handle, and just being able to just pull it out of the plane or pull it out of the car or wherever it is without needing to touch the wheels. That handle is something that you may not think would be important, but when you don't have it anymore, you kind of miss it. So obviously 2 sides. You have this side with the compression straps, good sturdy compression and stretch with these straps. This other side that has mesh pockets for breathable things that you need to put in, as well as compression straps on this side. So you can easily do clothes on this side, toiletries and maybe shoes on this side so they don't have to touch. But again, standard on the inside. They have these little bouncy things, not sure what they do, but just the appropriate amount of compartments and pockets inside and out, and that smaller size that you don't have to worry about, is it going to be approved for the airline because, it's on the smaller side. So on a travel day, she's looking like this. Not sure if you guys can see. On a travel day, she's looking like this. Very smart. The roll capacity is unmatched. And I just love the gray. It's still very professional looking. This would be more for business travel. Well, I think this is going to be my new main carry-on and personal item combo, especially for international travel, where you may go straight from the airport and go sightseeing or check out of the hotel and your flight doesn't leave till later that evening. I think this makes me feel more confident when I'm out and about, when I need to have my luggage with me. In short, this is the new travel combination. This would go in here, crossbody with my documents, and this is what we're looking like travel day in the airport.